The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 158. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of successful women finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Subscribe to our newsletter by visiting thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a special lady on who's all the way from Philadelphia. She is a body confidence coach and mentor, and I'm just really excited to have her on to share her story and tips on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Choeum Chhouy. Choeum, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Yes, hi Sheena. I'm great. As you mentioned, I am a body confidence coach and mentor. I help women create healthy mindsets for success in their bodies and lives. So essentially, I help women break free from fear and self-limiting beliefs so they can truly love their bodies with confidence.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I think that's really important, right? Because not a lot of people realize how our bodies are so connected to us. And you know, when we love our bodies, like it really makes a huge difference, especially, you know, having that confidence to be able to look in the mirror and be okay with who you are and love yourself. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And what's your cultural background?
So I am of Asian descent, predominantly Cambodian. My parents are from Cambodia. They came to the U.S., I want to say in 1985. So pretty much my folks are immigrants. They flee out here to the U.S.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Chum, what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
Ooh, that's a good one. So I have a few, but the one that stuck out to me the most and very fitting for this was by Napoleon Hill. Our only limitations are those we set in our minds. So essentially, I believe that the only limit you experience, whether it be in your body, your business, or your life, are the ones you place upon yourself. So essentially, how we think and how we feel are largely about ourselves, and it's determined by our mindsets.
I totally agree. I mean, nobody realizes how powerful our minds are. I mean, you know, it starts with a belief, right? And the more you believe in yourself, the more you go out there and just take action and whatever it is, whether it's your body, your business, life. I mean, it comes to you, right? It will happen. I mean, sometimes it may not be a walk in the park, but the more you believe, the more you train your mind to believe what you can achieve, it will happen. So, you know, that's a great quote. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
So for me, self-confidence starts from within. It's that ability to kind of face fear or any new challenges, with optimism. It's that good feeling about yourself and your capabilities. So if you're a self-confident person, it simply means that you feel good about who you are. You also feel good about your abilities to kind of achieve the things you want to achieve. If you're not connected with who you really are, you are probably just living, life for someone else, pursuing someone else's goals, living up to someone else's expectations and dreams, rather than what you really want to do.
I love it. And it's true, right? There's so many people out there who want to do something that they want, like that they desire. They're so, bombarded with life, people telling them what to do, whether it's family, whether it's society, whether it's the media, and they feel like that's the only choice that they have, not realizing like there's they say the world is your oyster, right? Which is really true. There's like infinite possibilities for you to create the life that you desire. And, it's true, right? Self-confidence is inner work. A lot of people don't realize like it's something that
yes.
you have to do daily. So, great definition that you mentioned. And what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Oh, wow. It has been a long way. It's been a long journey. So my life before, I was unhappy. I was weighed down by my insecurities, fears and failures, and I felt inadequate in everything. I dealt with my issues with tons of alcohol and partying, to feel better. But in reality, I was in physical, emotional, and mental pain, and I was spiritually broken. I never felt like I truly belonged. I was constantly comparing myself to others, thinking that I wasn't enough, that I wasn't beautiful enough. I struggled with body image issues as I was naturally thin. I thought I didn't have that body, And I felt very unwomanly, very undesirable and unattractive. I kept waiting, for something to happen, something good to happen, someone to save me, so to speak, that would finally give me that courage and confidence to kind of move forward, with my life. But what I realized was that if I learned to love myself, that courage, that confidence would follow. And, everything else would essentially follow through with that.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I think, too, as women, we're always so hard on ourselves, right? Especially with the media, with all these magazine covers and billboards. They see like this perfect body, not realizing it's altered to the T, right?
Yes.
It's this false perception of perfection. And so many women out there feel like, they're inadequate because they don't look like the woman on the billboard or the woman on the magazine, not realizing they don't look like that either, right?
Right, exactly.
So it's crazy what the media has like done to us, and we just have to be aware and realize, it's not real. We should be happy with who we are, right? The more we love ourselves,
Yes.
the more we can accept ourselves and have other people accept us for who we are. So, what was that point in your life when you realized you were worthy? You are, the person that you are today. Like, what was that aha moment?
So I remember this moment like it was yesterday, and I had went to the doctor, and I was told that I had signs of precancer. At that moment, like everything hit me like a mad truck, kind of, this is my opportunity. I had a choice. Either I continue to live this life, unhappy, being that victim, or, do I stand up and allow myself to use this opportunity to transform my current situation into something better. So at that moment, that's when, I decide it's right now. Like, I have to do this right now. If I had not made that decision, I would not be where I am today.
Thanks for sharing that. And people forget that, they have a choice, right? They can choose so many things, right? Like they have that freedom of choice. They can choose to live a happy life. They can choose to live an unhappy life regardless of the circumstances. And, I'm glad you were aware that, you can make two choices. Either you still keep on going the same path where you were, in this dark place, or just change your circumstances. And, because of that, what's your life like now?
Oh, geez. It's so much better now. I am, I'm thankful for the journey, back to health, to happiness and fulfillment. I feel more in alignment with who I am. I'm living life with more purpose and passion than I ever did. So yeah, it's definitely, it's a journey. Your self-discovery, it's a process. It's not, 1 minute, you're overcoming one thing. The next minute, there's always something else that you have to overcome.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, self-confidence is something that you do for the rest of your life, right? You'll never,
Yes.
It's never like 100%, but, the more you work on it, the better you can, see what's going on and change it in an instant when you can, tap into that power that you have. So, I'm glad you're able to, now you're doing better, and you're, doing your purpose and living the life that you desire. So, Choeum, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
Wow. So essentially, think positively about yourself. Remind yourself that, despite your problems, you are special, you are beautiful, you are enough, and that you deserve to feel good about yourself. Negative body image does not start at a certain size or weight or number. A girl can have, issues with her body, her mind, and food if she's 100 pounds, 150 pounds or 200 pounds. If she's a size 0, a size 14, or a size 24. Just kind of fight for you, fight for your health, fight for your future, your goals, your dreams. You are worth it.
I love it. And thanks for sharing that. Not a lot of people realize, like you said, the negative body image. It is like, doesn't matter what weight or height or frame you are, because there's so many women out there who still, have eating disorders, thinking that,
Absolutely.
Once they gain a pound, it's like the end of the world, not realizing it's okay, right?
Yes.
So, I'm really glad you mentioned that. And Choeum, if our listeners want to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Absolutely. So I'm usually on Instagram. So Instagram is my jam. So you can find me on there. You can either search by my name, Choeum Chhouy, or you can just search Body Confidence. And you can also find me at my website. That's choeumchhouy.com as well. Currently, my site's going through some rebranding. So kind of, bear with me here.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you would like to connect with Choeum, you can also head on over to the taoofselfconfidence.com and search for Choeum's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Choeum for taking the time to share her story and tips with us. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Sheena.
It was a pleasure. To our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence, and we'll catch you later. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to another amazing episode of the Tao of Self-Confidence. Check out our resources to help you jumpstart your inner journey to self-confidence by visiting thetaoofselfconfidence.com.